And we are live. Welcome to the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast with your dynamic host, SuperFly, Johnny Lee. And as you can see, it's only me tonight. But that's okay, because we're going to be watching the classics. Because right now I'm watching 1997's Bad Blood, Hell in a Cell, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. One of my favorite matches to ever be in existence. See, tonight was supposed to be about even Heyre. But, as many of you know, even Heyre's tire has blown out. Some say Icon Lee may have sent someone to sabotage it. I don't know. I'm not accusing nobody. But that's okay. Because in the case of show business, the show must go on. And right now, I'm watching Hell in a Cell. They got this beautiful package from way back when I was just 7 years old, and they were bringing out the Hell in a Cell for the very first time. This match captivated me. This match set the tone for what would come, because as you know, this wasn't the only time The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels locked horns, because then they fought each other at the Royal Rumble 1998. And because of that, Shawn Michaels was out for 4 years before returning. And their feud would not restart until 2007 at the Royal Rumble, when they both were the last two inside the 2007 Royal Rumble. Now I'm watching this, and I'm getting a lot of nostalgia, because this is the first time in many years I've decided to sit back and watch the night that the Big Red Machine Kane made his debut. Some could argue that this is the greatest debut that ever happened in wrestling, because a lot of things went right that night. A lot of things captivated the viewers. A lot of things had the viewers happy. Who could forget when, a dickhead, Vince McMahon said, that's gotta be Kane. Things like that made you know that we were in for something beautiful. And as I could see, someone had a sign that looked like a unholy amalgamation of Undertaker. Oh, God. That's right. We had that idiot Vinnie Mac with King and Jim Ross. Of course. Now, for those of you that's tuning in, the reason why it's just me tonight should be obvious. None of my people were able to show up, but that's okay, because you're with the podcast God. And when you're with the podcast God, we keep on rolling. And that's okay, because I'm watching some good old Bad Blood. Because right now we got the Nation of Domination, one of the greatest factions that ever exist in WWF, right now on TV. Because we're not just going to just hop into the Hell in a Cell. We're going to be getting an all-time pay-per-view right now. Because you see, we got The Rock, we got Farouk, we got Godfather, we got D'Lo Brown. And right now The Rock is doing his thing. He's talking his smack, because this is still a very early The Rock. This is The Rock that start wearing out the sequin jackets, shirts and all that, the sunglasses. This is The Rock that started out first speaking inside third person. And look at that. We see Farouk gave Mr. Ken Shamrock the spine buster, and Ken Shamrock's bleeding from the mouth, because Farouk was a hard hitter. He can't deny that Farouk was one of the ones that was over. Not to mention that he was the first WCW Black Heavyweight Champion. Never take that from Farouk. This is, look, we got the Legion of Doom. Okay, Road Warriors come making their way on down, because the spiked shoulder pads and all that was their thing. This is before they could be the Road Warriors in the WWE. Because you know how this man was. He didn't like when people used things outside of his company. Man, I tell you what, this takes me back to a time when I was young. Seeing Road Warrior Animal and Road Warrior Hawk together. What's up? What's up, Ryan Mosley? Well, you know, I'm by myself tonight because my guys, Sean Johns, shout out to him. He dropped something heavy on his foot today. My guy, B Money, he's not here either. And as you know, last week, last Wednesday night, me and that despicable Andy got into a wrestling match. And I won it. And I got back what was mine. So tonight, it's just me, the podcast god, SuperFly, Johnny Lee, on the podcast, doing his thing. And I'm watching the old school time. Because right now, we got the Nation of Domination. We got the Road Warriors. It's Bad Blood, 1997, Hell in a Cell, baby. That's what I'm watching right now. And since we ain't got the guys here, I figured what better time to talk about wrestling than tonight. Because right now we got Hawk on the mic. We got Mr. Godfather before he was Godfather. We got D'Lo Brown and we got The Rock staring them down. It's just D'Lo Brown and them against the Road Warriors, because this was during the time when the Nation of Domination still had plenty of people. We ain't got Farouk out here for obvious reasons. Because around this time, as you recall, Farouk was having beef with The Rock. Because The Rock was starting to take over, starting to take his place as the leader of the Nation of Domination. And Farouk was being edged out of there. Hell yeah, brother, that's right, Ryan. Can't wait to have you on. Man, I tell you what, seeing Hawk do a drop kick takes me back, because this is a man that's a beefy, muscular man, and he's doing a drop kick like he's small and younger. Oh, but D'Lo cut him off with nice, good punches. A lot of people don't understand that D'Lo Brown is underrated. This is a man that had a great spine buster, the Sky High. This is a man that made a chest protector perfect for his gimmick. Man got over. That's all I gotta say. Is D'Lo Brown did everything right. Him and Mark Henry both. Mark Henry was given the sexual chalk gimmick and he ran with it 100%. Now you see, The Rock's been tagged in, and The Rock jumped off the apron. He's like, nah, I don't have to get in. What are you doing? And D'Lo's like, come on, get in there. You gotta do this. And Rock's telling the commentator, shut up. Godfather's going at him. This one, Godfather was Kamala. Because back then, Godfather went through so many gimmicks. He was Papa Shango. He's had a mohawk. He's been in the Nation of Domination. And eventually they finally figured out what worked for him. When he started coming out with the whole train style and he started doing his thing. Fun fact, he didn't start doing the whole train until a little bit later on inside 1998. That's when he started making his move, the whole train. He still had several things that he was doing when he was inside his other gimmicks, but Godfather was the gimmick that really put him on the map. Right now, The Rock is taking it to Road Warrior Animal, and Road Warrior Animal ducks, comes back with a nice shoulder tackle. Takes Rock. Oh, nice drop kick by Road Warrior Animal, too. Look at that. We're going back down the trip down memory lane with the 1997 Bad Blood pay-per-view. The night the Hell in a Cell debuted and Kane made his appearance. Guys, I'm telling you what, when I was 7 years old and watching this pay-per-view, I was ready for that Hell in a Cell. I didn't know what it was going to be like. And when it lowered down, I knew we were in for something special. When the Undertaker started beating Shawn Michaels' ass and even lawn dart him into the cage. And let's not forget, Kane made his debut during this pay-per-view as well. Kane may not be liked right now because people don't. Well, look at that. And he forgot his phone. But anyways, we've seen a classic case of tag team wrestling from the Road Warriors. Because now Hawk jumps off the rope. Well, I thought they was going for the arm, but instead he punched The Rock side face. That made what Animal just did with the arm a little bit unnecessary. Because Animal had the arm twisted, going for an arm breaker. Instead, what he got was a punch to the face. That's okay, because we know the Road Warriors were a great tag team. And the Legion of Doom name originally comes from when they were inside Legion of Doom back in the 80s. A little known fact people don't realize that the Legion of Doom name that they went by in WWE is not the first time that they were part of the Legion of Doom. In fact, the Legion of Doom was way back in the 80s, and the Road Warriors were a part of that. With Paul Aaron, their former manager, God rest both their souls, because Both Road Warriors are now up there in the big blue sky. Probably putting on some more tag team action against other tag team specialists that have passed on. Oh, Irish Whip. Dang, double clothesline spot. Wow, they both no-sold. They both got right back up after it. Well, that was a first. But it was short-lived because Hawk just hit an insecurity. Snapmare, nice snapmare by Hawk. Tags in Animal. Got that chin lock on. What are you doing, Animal? I thought they tagged you in. I guess the referee didn't see it. Or something happened. Miscommunication probably. Because Animal's not getting in. Animal's still there. I thought I saw a tag. And I guess it was out. Now we're going to get a tag. The miscommunication has been solved. Now the tag is in. Hawk's in. Takes the elbow to his face. A lot of people got to understand the reason why the Road Warriors didn't last this long. Is because the best man didn't know what the fuck he was doing with the Road Warriors. The Road Warriors should have been as dominant as they were in the 80s. But because this is best man's company at the time, he didn't want to push them as the Road Warriors. He didn't want to push them like they should have been. Yeah, they got to have tag team titles during this run. But then he went and he messed with what wasn't broken. He made them the LD 2000. Put them in shorts, of all things. Put them in helmets. Had them switch up their look because he didn't like how they looked at the end. Nobody likes when you switch up looks like that. I didn't like it. Hell, they even put Sonny with them. And that didn't even last that long. Here we see the classic LOD versus the Nation of Domination. What's funny is that it's a handicap match because it's 3-on-2. The Rock has yet to enter the ring. It's basically been D'Lo Brown and Godfather working over Animal and Hawk. Meanwhile, when Rock got tagged in, he jumped out to the apron because he looked disgusted that he got tagged in. Oh, they're inside corner. Oh, Irish Whip. Hawk's inside corner. Comes out with big clothesline. Takes D'Lo off his feet. D'Lo Brown before he ever had the chest protector because it's still Nation of Domination D'Lo. It's also Nation of Domination D'Lo before him and Mark Henry started teaming up and before Mark Henry became Sexual Chocolate. He became Sexual Chocolate during the later part of 1999. Oh, nice low down leg drop by D'Lo Brown. Oh, did it again. 2 for 2. But that wasn't enough to get the kick out. See, the podcast God, in his leisure time when I'm by myself, I like to kick back. I like to relax, and I like to watch me some good old-fashioned old-school wrestling. Like this pay-per-view holds a special place in my heart because this is the first ever Hell in a Cell match. This is the match where Kane made his debut, did his thing, and made sure that he did it right. Because right now, The Rock is finally in. He's got the chin lock on. He's making sure to keep it wrenched in. Hawk's looking a little bit concerned because The Rock's doing it. Oh, but Hawk's getting back up to his feet. See, a little known thing. The Road Warriors could have been the Road Warriors in WWF. But you gotta remember, this was a Triple H era WWF. This was WWF ran by a man who did not like pushing things that he did not create. Anything that made sense, he didn't like. That's why you need people like, what's up, Daniel Larison? Just doing my thing, brother. No Sean, no nothing. Just enjoy some old school wrestling. Right now I'm watching the Bad Blood 97 pay-per-view with the Hell in a Cell and Kane's debut. One of my favorite pay-per-views. Yes, it didn't have nearly as much great wrestling, but it's infamous for the Hell in a Cell. Plus, you got some old school wrestling like the Road Warriors right now are tearing it up with the Nation of Domination. That's a good thing because this was pre-Rock going on his own. But you could see that during this time, the Farouk and Rock started having problems. Oh, D'Lo just spread the legs. Oh, and the Rock punches him inside the groin. That's what you call good tag team specialization. Take out the groin, take out the man. He ain't gonna be breathing. Bad day to be hot animal. I will, brother, I will. Man, let me tell you, we're watching The Rock taking it to Animal. They're keeping Animal isolated now. Before this, it was just Godfather and D'Lo doing their thing. Irish whip. There goes the Animal into the corner. Oh, look. Right before he was Godfather, he was already trying to do the hoe train. As soon as he hit that turnbuckle, he's doing... I think he's humping the ring because he's kicking his feet up and up. That's okay, Godfather, whatever you're into. Now, big time clothesline, but the referee did not see the tag. So now he's making a Hawk lead, and D'Lo just hit the lowdown on the Animal. And now Godfather's pinning the Animal. 1, 2, up, a kick out. Nice. See, that's what you call tag team specialization. They kept Hawk from getting tagged in. They made sure to isolate Animal, took Animal out with the lowdown, and as most of you know, the lowdown is basically a frog splash. But D'Lo adds just enough flair for it to be his own. Now they're on the outside. The Rock throws Animal in. Rock's getting back up on, but what very rare what I just saw, because Rock got onto the corner that D'Lo was already on to get the tag. Sometimes they don't do that during a handicap match. Interesting. Well, another double clothesline. This time, Animal and The Rock did it. The Rock got spun inside out. Animal has to use the ropes to crawl his way over the Hawk. He's going for it. Can you do it? Yes, the hot tag has been made. And look at that. Very athletic for a man his size. Hawk used the ropes to jump over. Now he's taking it to The Rock. But as you know, it's still 3-2. A nice power slam by the Hawk. Oh, neck breaker. Road Warrior Hawk is inside his bag right now. And now Animal's inside there to help because the three Nation Domination members in there. Sends them both out. The Rock is in there alone. Corner. Nice clothesline. Nice double clotheslines by Road Warriors. This was before The Rock was ever The Rock that we came to know and love. Doomsday Device. Here it goes on The Rock. Nope. Because Farouk came out. And will quickly drop him down. And now, big mistake. Because now, Hawk is alone. Kick to the back. Rock bomb by The Rock. And he covers him. And that's it. Nation of Domination won because Farouk came out and distracted Animal. But see, here's the thing. It's also during time when Farouk and The Rock started having their trouble. It starts to kick off really at the beginning of 1998. Here, yeah, he helped the Nation win. But by late 97, you start seeing the cracks. The crumbling, if you will, of the Nation of Domination because The Rock wants to be the leader. But Farouk was the leader. The Road Warriors lost because Animal took his eye off the ball and he let him down. Man, Animal, you could have done better. Man, I tell you what. This is an old school style wrestling right here. Way back before we had today's wrestling. Look at that. Farouk didn't even touch Animal. He just came out, backed up. Animal gets attacked, rolls out. Farouk backs up like, what? It kind of shows that back then, Farouk was starting to show the signs that maybe he and the Nation of Domination were no longer seen eye to eye. At the same time, they were doing the Legion of Doom dirty because you go back and you watch the Legion of Doom during 97, you see that they were having the Legion of Doom lose so much. And then they had the gall to have them switch up their look. And now we got Doc Hendricks out here, a.k.a. Michael P.S. Hayes. And Sonny. Skank. But this is also before they put her with the Legion of Doom. Then they become the Legion of Doom 2000. You don't fix what ain't broke, and yet they did. It's also before the Montreal Screwjob. Because if you know, after this, that's when it really kicks off. This is where Shawn Michaels was the biggest dick inside of Federation, but then at the same time, so was Bret Hart. Because Bret Hart could have lost the title like he's supposed to, but he didn't want to lose it in Canada. Apparently, he thought losing it in Canada would have screwed him over. Look at that. The old school signs from fans. Wags. Someone's got their point down. I wonder what they doing. That girl's having the time of her life. Get Best Man off my screen. Stop the zoom in. Stop looking at him. Get off that old face. Come on. Move. No one wants to see that with his puckered lips. Oh, they're talking about Brian Pillman's death. Yeah. If I recall, he was supposed to take on Goldust at this pay-per-view, but he ended up passing away the day of the show. Up to you. Now we got, the Luchadors. Or, as you can see, the special attraction matches that WWF was putting on back then. The mini Luchadors. Masked people. Tarantula. I wonder if Max Mini's on here. Probably is. Mozak. So that's his name. You know, it's funny because, they are small, but they can still go inside the ring. And I won't fault them for that. So who's their opponents? Man, I miss Harry Finkel. Just looking at him, you can tell that man loved his job. Oh, there he is, Max Mini. They always got Max Mini for these. And who could blame him, because at least Max Mini had some personality. Also, he's the name that you can remember. Max Mini. Love your gold mask, brother. Love your gold mask. Nice blue and blue. Max Mini and Nova. Yeah, this is back when WWF was having special attraction matches using micro wrestlers. And what's funny is that they were cruiserweights. So I can't really fault them on that because at least it got over with the crowd. The crowd loved it. Say what you want, but the crowd loved micro wrestling. Max Mini and them, they were good. Oh, nice big boot. Sends Max Mini out of the ring. Nova's in there alone. Waited to down. Oh, nice. Nice. That was a hell of a move. Threw him up there and Nova kicked him inside the face. Off the rope. Oh, nice counter to the springboard. Picks Nova up by the mask. Pushes him into the corner. Oh, his partner. Oh, Tarantula hit his partner. Then he got arm drag. Stopped with a leg sweep. Once again, stops the back suplex. Oh, he's picking him up. Tarantula just punched himself in the face. Nova's alone. Counters the rope attack. Puts him inside the corner. Oh. Tarantula got hit by his own partner and then hit his own partner. And now they're back to drop kick to his own partner. This is a bad thing for you, Tarantula. Bad thing. Nova is taking it to both of these men. And Max Mini has not tagged in once. See, that's what I'm talking about. Good high-flying action, even though they aren't the size of the other cruiserweights. These guys can still go. These guys are jumping around like their life depends on it. And I'm telling you right now, Max Mini and Nova had to look for it. And then Tarantula, he's got a great look. He's got his partner in there with him with the whole mixed match gear. He's pointing at Max Mini, elbows him to the back, picks him up. Oh, Irish whip. Oh, but Nova didn't tag in. Oh, he missed it. Mozak missed it. Arm drag. Goes to the ropes. Max Mini comes off. Arm drag. Nice. Runs up. Misses the drop kick. Mozak grabs him up. Oh, Maximilian reverses the Irish whip. And then picks him up and back body drops him. Hell of a match so far. Nova just jumped off the top rope. Now he took out a tarantula. Now Nova runs up. And, uh-oh. Nope, never mind. Nova almost scored the win. Maximilian hits a Hurricanrana, or Frankensteiner as they call it. And now Mozak broke up that pin. Stops him from rolling out. Maximilian's in bad trouble now. Nova's on the apron. Nova is his tag team partner. Oh, nice double big boot. Takes Maximilian off his feet. Maximilian's in for a world of hurt right now. One thing that you can't deny, these guys can go. Micro wrestling or not, these guys can go. They got the cruiserweight style and everything. Look at him, look at him. Nova's in there. He's showing confidence. Tarantula on their hand was psyching them out because then Mozak came in and stopped him with a leg takedown. Oh, picks him up. Oh, nice scoop slam. Now he's going over to the top rope. Goes up to the middle rope. Oh, nope, he's going for the top rope. Jumping off. Nice splash by Tarantula. Maximilian came in and broke it up, but it was already kicked out of. See, people need to give these guys some credit. Micro wrestling is over. Speaking of which, you should really check out the Micro Wrestling Federation, which airs on the Discovery Channel. That's a good show. And if you're down for that, go check out 97 Bad Blood, the WWE pay-per-view, because it features one hell of a micro wrestling match. Maximilian just got kicked inside the lower back. Now he's down. Tarantula drags him over to the apron. By the mask, too. He ain't just dragging him, he's dragged him by the mask. Oh, he's got him in the military press slam. Oh, he's pointing at the king. He's pointing at King. Oh. Maximilian just got draped onto the apron and King's laughing at him. King is laughing at Maximilian. Really, King? Really? Oh, he's about to do something to you, King. Oh, he fell right into King and King got mad. King got mad. Oh, did he just... Yeah, King's pissed. King pushed him. Like, don't you be doing that. Don't you come over here near me. Shut up, Vince Man. This is the time when Vince Man was still on commentary, too. This is way before the Montreal Screwjob. Maximilian walked around the apron. Nova's inside the ring. Maximilian's back on the apron. Nova goes for it. Oh, but the show tackle takes him down. Oh, nice leg drop to the back of the head. You can tell Nova is getting worked over. Goes to the ropes. Maximilian's... Nope. Mozak got stopped. Nova takes him down. Nice. Picks him up. Nice hurt. Nope. I don't know what they were going for, but it just turned into a tilt-a-whirl arm drag. Oh, goes to the ropes. Jumps off. Nice springboard drop kick. This is one of those shows that takes you down memory lane. You see in the classics time with WWF, when they used to have actual micro wrestling. Maximilian got famous because of this. Because he's one of the most known faces that you're going to remember from that time. And he just got stopped by a clothesline. Nova's trying to go for something, but he couldn't because Maximilian couldn't get in for a tag. Goes for it. Oh, he missed. Tarantula just hit the turnbuckle. But he stopped him. Goes over the top rope. Maximilian goes up. And he punched him inside the head. Oh. Nice crossbody. Tarantula tried to catch him, though. Oh. Tarantula tried the big wig. He stopped the arm drag. Oh, crucifix pin. Mozak stops the pin. Mozak ain't going to let you have the win that easily, Maximilian. Wait a second. What? Wow. Really? Really, ref? It was a 3 count? I didn't count no 3. Tito Santana. Another guy that people overlook. the man could wrestle. Wow. Max Mini got they're still going. Max Mini got the win. Wow. I could have sworn that Mozak stopped it. But who are we to argue with the referee? Who are we to argue with the referee? Man, I tell you what. The last couple of months now, I had to fight to get my name back. I had to fight to get my look back. I've been through it all. I've been thrown into stuff. What's up? My name is Superfly Johnny. Get it right, Eric Montgomery. I beat Andy. Now you will address me like I'm supposed to be. I'm Superfly Johnny Lee, the podcast god. And right now we're watching Bad Blood 1997 because sometimes the podcast god loves to watch old school wrestling. And right now they're showing the old school merch. Way back when Stone Cold Steve Austin had some great merchandise. And I'll tell you what. Last week, when I hit the podcast elbow, and it was all said and done, I took a time to look at myself inside the mirror. Because that's what I did. After 3 months of dealing with being inside a dumpster, having my head thrown to a van, getting a sign upside the head, I did something that no one could take away from me. I stood inside the ring. And I got this back. I got this back. I got this back. And I got that right there back. My championship. Sean Johns didn't screw Nice Guy Andy. Let me tell you something, DJ Eric Montgomery. You go back and watch. No type was held. No fast count was held. It was a 1, 2, 3 down the middle. The win was legit. And contrary to what you may think, I'm best for business. Because I'm the reason why we get so much love. And right now, we got the sexy Sunny as she used to be. Standing inside the ring, looking good. But as we know, future 2024, Tammy Sitch just ain't got the same look. In fact, you might say she looks like a trash bag hoe. And oh look, it's the Godwins. And we all know the Godwins used to rip her so bad. You used an object, Andy. You tried to use it on me, so don't you even try it. Don't you even try that. You brought the object in. You were going to use it on me. You thought you were going to get the win, and that's all there is to it. Now, no, the foreign object that I used was because you was going to use it. Now, if we want to trash down that memory lane, let's be real. You brought it in. There was no reason to bring it in. You brought it in. You ran at me. You tried to use it, and I just took advantage of what you tried to do. And that's all that I got to say about that, because we moved on by that. Because now I got my stuff back. And that's all that matters. Because Superfly Johnny Lee is a podcast god, and the podcast god is all that's all about. And right now we got the Headbangers coming out with the tag team championships. Everyone knows Martian Thrasher was over. But sometimes their gimmicks suck. You was not trying to take it away from me. Go back and watch. You ran at me. Everybody that's watching right now, go back and find the video, and you will watch him run at me to hit me with it. I take it from him. And I can't help it that I decided to use a taste of his own medicine. That's all inside the past, because I'm Superfly John Lee now. And this is the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast with your host, Superfly Johnny Lee. And I'm watching the old school 1997 Bad Blood Hell in a Cell debut with the Godwins taking on Headbanger and, well, Thrasher and Mosher. Who, contrary to belief, no, that's not my job, Andy. You were nothing but trying to cheat. I got the win. No more talking about it, because you know what happened. I got the win fair and square. It was called right down the middle. I took the weapon. You tried to use it on me. I used it on you first. Referee didn't see it. That's okay. Because that's all. As you can see, the Goblins. Damn, I'm just out looking. And their overalls are so sweaty as hell. It sucks to be a headbanger and having to wrestle them. Also, one of these guys is Naked Midian, who's on the apron. See, it's funny because two of these guys got repackaged. Chaz, you're a liar. I didn't get Sean fired. You fired Sean because you're an egotistical maniac. You're not Vince McMahon. You're just Andy. So stop trying to play Vince McMahon. He called it fair, and you know that when a referee is a referee, he has to call it fair. And you unjustly fired him for no reason. Oh, man, that has to be bad for the Goblin right there, because the head sits around, and he was getting his face rammed into the headbanger's junk. Nobody wants to be in a place like that. Also, one of these guys gets repackaged as Chaz, and he's going by Bieber Cleavage. Listen here, Andy. We've moved past it. You need to let it go, because I'm the one that beat you, and you need to let that go, because I got my stuff back just like I said I would. And unlike you, I didn't spend a month of attacking someone. I got thrown into a van. I got made to unclog toilets. I got made to sleep beside a dumpster. I should apologize. I'm not going to apologize when you haven't apologized to me for everything you've done. Trying to make me apologize. Huh. Trying to forget what you've done. Huh. The list of transgressions can go on and on and on. Because I know everything that you've done to me. And you didn't apologize once. I beat you and you didn't apologize. No, you made me sleep beside a dumpster because you took my money. I had money until you did something to take it from me. Chose to sleep beside that. I didn't get demoted. Let's get something straight. I didn't get demoted, buddy. Now you're trying to play an egotistical boss again. I didn't get demoted. The Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast may not be the Nice Game Podcast, but let's get something straight. This will also get us over as I helped make the Nice Game Podcast. So don't you dare forget it. Demotion my ass. I'm the podcast god. And forever more, I will continue to do what I do best. Great pay-per-view that I'm watching right now. Who cares what you think, Andy? I won the match. Stop crying about it. I don't care how much I make. That's the difference between you and me. You cared about having the hundreds, and I didn't give a damn how much I had. And let me tell you, you could keep on making excuses. You keep on saying I demoted. You could keep on saying whatever the hell you want to say about me. But you know it, and I know it. My hard work was more than anyone at your podcast. And that hard work's going to translate to this podcast too. Because the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast is the podcast God's domain. No. You made me sleep in that dumpster. And I've noticed that you've not let nothing go. It's almost as if you're crying because you lost. I didn't cry. I didn't brag too much about it. I said I beat you and we were moving on. But clearly you didn't get that memo. Right now, one of the headbangers is taking it to the Goblin's arm. Tags in his brother. One of these guys became Chaz or Bieber Cleavage. And what's funny is that the girl was hot too. Nice leapfrog attack. Now, We got Uncle Cleus on the apron. You know, this pay-per-view is one of the pay-per-views that I like because that Hell in a Cell and Kane's debut was one of the reasons why it worked so good. Oh, he's at the top. Nope. He thought better because of the referee. The Godwins were short-lived. Let's not forget, Triple H had a hog pin match with one of these guys at WrestleMania. Had to deal with manure all over his back. Had to deal with Wrestlers Out Pigsty. WWF was crazy for letting live animals outside their place because you had the dog kennel help from Hell match where the dogs did nothing but shit around the ring. You had the hog pin match, definitely had to deal with live pigs also doing that. And the wrestlers had, and also let's not forget the Godwins, like if they didn't like you, aka Sonny, they were gonna excrement inside their bucket, spit inside of it, make it extra sloppy and nasty for you, and dump it all over your head, and you had to deal with that. And that's what Tammy Lynn Sitch had to deal with. And for all y'all that don't know, Tammy Lynn Sitch is Sonny from WWF. This girl we're talking about, this girl did Chris Candido wrong for so many years. Sunny days. Technically, she was actually having sex with HBK because HBK and her had a thing. I mean, she brags about it all the time. It's on her book. I mean, yeah, HBK tried to say that it was Bret Hart, but it was actually HBK. But you gotta admit, HBK was brilliant for trying to throw the heat on the old Bret Hart because he didn't like him. And look at this. The Godwins, man. One of these guys became Naked Midian. I forget. I think the other one did not wrestle for WWF after 1998. But right now we're seeing the Godwins before Naked Midian became a thing. Also seeing it before the Headbangers dissolved and we start seeing Chaz or Bieber Cleavage. Which was a dumb gimmick, but for some reason WWF wanted to have an incest angle going on. On the outside now, Thrasher. He's not feeling so good. I look at that. One guy was like, what the hell are we doing here? They're shrugging their shoulders at the referee like, what the hell? And Cleveland just took advantage. Cleveland with a big-ass clothesline on Thrasher. Meanwhile, Mosher is inside the apron. He's like, what are you doing, ref? He just took my guy down. Dang, they're sweating up a storm inside those overalls. Damn, it had to suck wearing overalls. Thrasher's on the outside, gets picked up on the apron, gets his head grabbed. Oh, he's dumped over the rope. Now, Thrasher's backside, goes up the corner. Oh, nice. Big knee drop by the Godwin. And again, it goes for a knee drop. And again, it goes for a knee drop. And again, this time with a big jumping knee drop. And if I was to do a finisher, maybe that would have been a great idea to maybe do a finisher like that. But the Godwins had something different. They had a different kind of finisher. The knee drop wasn't that. Irish whips him, jumps over him. Thrasher just jumped over him, breaks him down for a sunset flip pan. One of my favorite Hell in a Cells, by the way, is the 6-man Armageddon Hell in a Cell because we're talking about a match that lived up to what it said that would be. It was supposed to be about the WWF Championship, but all 6 men hated each other's guts. And just like they said that it was going to be, it ended up being a fight so brutal that the men that was inside that match made sure that they were going to kill each other. Oh, nice. Face buster from the Godwin. Takes Thrasher down. See, sometimes you can find hidden gems back then inside the old school WWF. I know the Attitude Era became more about short matches than what they usually were. But at the same time, you could find matches that lived up to their potential. Yes, they had short matches, but you had matches like this one. I mean, the Headbangers, the Godwins, are doing the best that they can because they realize when are they ever going to get a chance like this again. The Headbangers are going in as tag team champions right now, going up against Godwins. And we're looking at Naked Midian on the apron, asking for a tag. You can tell who Midian is. His brother wasn't inside there afterwards, but Midian went on to be a part of the Ministry of Darkness, the Undertaker's dominant faction. Picks him up. Irish whip to the corner. Oh, nice kick to the gut. Irish whips him. Thrasher goes to the corner. Oh, missed that big splash. Turns around. Went for another clothesline. Gets picked up. Nice backdrop by Thrasher onto Midian. Now what's he going to do? He's got to get to Mosher because he's the one that's been getting beat up all this time. Take your butt and crawl. Crawl, crawl, crawl. What you doing, Thrasher? You're giving him a chance to get up before you. Can we just talk about how the headbangers basically were supposed to be punks, but they're wearing kilts, and well, it looks like they're wearing some goofy ass underwear too. And for some reason, one of them's wearing a see-through kilt. Oh, Cleese gets up on the apron. Mosher takes him down. That's right. Oh, picks him up. Mosher just scoop slammed him. Now Thrasher powerbombed Mosher onto Midian. Oh, wasn't enough to get the win. Wasn't enough to retain. Now he knocks him out. Mosher's still inside. Thrasher's up top. Nope, Mosher's on top. Oh, caught him with a sit-out powerbomb. Midian just took Mosher out. New tag team champions. The Godwins. Way back in 1997. With a nice sit-out powerbomb. Something get off my screen. What's funny is that this woman gets ribbed like hell by them. Ribbed by the Godwins so much because they didn't like her. This woman did Chris Candido so wrong. So dirty. Godwins are inbred. Old school sign. That's way back when, guys. Back when signs could say whatever they wanted. And if you think about the Godwins, we're basically doing something like what the Dudley family was doing in ECW. The ECW had the Dudley boys. It wasn't just Bubba and D-Bon. They had Sign Guy Dudley, Big Dick Dudley. They had Spike Dudley. They had all kinds of Dudleys. And the Godwins are basically similar to that. They just wasn't as popular as that. And after this year is when Midian became Midian, because then the Godwins disappeared for a while. Godwins just won the titles using a set power bomb on Mosher. And now they're beating up the headbangers. Of course they are, because if you're going to do something to make a statement, make a statement. Oh, they got the slot bucket. But this is one of the rare times where the slot bucket ain't filled with anything. And the Godwin just went after my man Heyre Finkel. Say what you want, but the Heyre Finkel had balls. Oh, now he's having words with King. That Godwin wants to slap the piss out of the commentators. He going after all of them. He don't care. It's funny because they got a Confederate flag. Way back when, guys. Way back when. Midian's just a little bit shorter than the other guy. Man. Those tag team titles are beautiful. All these fans here. Say what you want, but even though the matches were short, most of the wrestlers are getting loved by the fans. Yeah. Even the Godwins were getting loved and hated. Stone Cold Steve Austin VO package happening right now. This is during the rise of Austin. There we see Jim Ross getting Stone Cold stunned. Look at that Dude Love when he was Dude Love. Had it inside your house. Oh, look. This is way after Austin stunned Vince McMahon. This is before the Vince McMahon Austin feud started. There he goes. No praise, no ally. Oh, King got stunned. Look at that. You shouldn't have been on his back, King. Come on. Even you, a seasoned vet, should have known that. You know, it feels good to be podcast God again. See, I don't need a team when you could just do your thing and enjoy your belt around your neck. Look at that. This is right here. We're about to see vets getting stunned. The people don't you care about. This is when he made Austin vacate the. Oh, there it is. Bad stunner. But you know who sells worse than that? Tony Khan. Who the heck gets punched inside the gut, waits a few minutes, lifts up, holds his gut, rolls the wrong way. He's not even holding the right side. He's holding the wrong side. But he flopped like a fish and then has the guy as gently as ever give him a spike pile driver. It doesn't even hurt him. That's a bitch move, bro. You should have been man enough to take that move because anyone else would have taken that move. And then we saw that video where you were rolling down the ramp and I don't even understand what you were doing. I guess you were scared of fire. Jack Perry should have set you on fire just because of that. Jack Perry don't know what he's doing because they got the scapegoat working for the elite. The EVPs. I'm sorry, but the scapegoat shouldn't be working with anything that is a boss. Because it was a boss that threw him underneath the bus and sent him to New Japan Pro Wrestling when they couldn't do anything about the other guy. Also, they shouldn't have aired the footage of CM Punk because what was the point? There was no point in it. Jack Perry should not be with the elite. He should be feuding with Swerve Strickland or the elite, whichever one he needs to, and build himself back up. I will give him credit. He's learned to talk, but I still can't take him serious as long as he's with the elite. Now look at that, a young Michael Cole. This is back when Michael Cole used to have that spiky ass hair. Michael Cole. Can we just talk about how Michael Cole got better afterwards? Oh look, it's the Owens 316 shirt. I just broke your neck. You can tell this from 1997 because Owen Hart's there. God rest his soul. The real best there is, the best there was, the best there will be because Owen Hart was the man and he is the legend. And it's just a shame how it went. Because that idiot Vince Russo had to go and pester him. Yes, I will say what I say because he shouldn't have pestered him because Owen Hart didn't want to be known as the no guy. Because he's already said no several times. You got to understand, from Owen Hart's point of view, him saying no so many times would have had him looked at as the no guy. And he didn't want to be seen as that. And Vince Russo's ass had to go and pester him so many times after Owen said no to doing the skit. And contrary to what people think, this man would try to stunt out before he let his wrestlers. So, he tested that out. We don't know if he tested out the new harness, though. But we know that he tested out the old harness. And now we got Jim Ross side of the ring. Doing his thing with the old school Bad Blood WWF microphone. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Stone Cold Nation. Stone Cold's got some weird fans. What was with that top hat guy? Reminds me of someone that I saw earlier. Abraham Shawn. Yeah, Jim Ross side of the ring. He's talking. They're going to be introducing someone. He introduced Jim Ross. Let's know. First man that won the Lotus. Man, these subtitles go too damn fast. But here we go. Oh, it's Gene Kinski. Here he comes. NWA champion for 3 years. Hey, you're right. I see that the old school edge is being brought out. Wow. The fans actually showing him love. I wish today's fans would do that. But today's fans aren't how old school fans used to be. I mean, old school fans used to go crazy for everything in wrestling. And today's fans usually sit there on their hands and they just criticize and criticize and criticize until they can't shut their mouths. Prime example, X. Every day, you see a more shit talking than actual praise. Because there's some good things on X. There's been some fans that show their love, but there's other fans that just don't get it. They just gotta run their mouth about it. Because to them, they want their wrestling to be high paced. They don't understand that wrestling needs a story. Otherwise, what's the point? You can't invest. And why is Sonny gotta be in there with Jean? Jean should have just took her out of there. Told her to sit her old ass on out of there. Because why is she there? Sonny, you don't add nothing to this moment. It's all Jean's. Give Jean his moment. Get out of the ring. Because you did Chris Candido wrong. Oh, look. There he is. Wow, it's Jack Briscoe. 2-time NWA champion. That's right. Man, the Briscoe. You mean, there's two Briscoe brothers, okay? There's the original Briscoe brothers, Jack and Gerald. And then there's Jay and Mark. Rest in peace, Jay. We're still not over that one. And Jack Briscoe is also gone. So, both Briscoe brothers have one long-standing Briscoe brother that's still alive today. Gerald and Mark Briscoe. Both live. And also, the Briscoe brother name is a homage to them. Look at those pictures. That's classic Jack Briscoe back when he was young. This is a classic pay-per-view because this was the first time that the Hell in Cell debuted. This was the first time Kane made his debut. And I just remember for Undertaker beating the hell out of Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels didn't get as much offense in this match. Shawn Michaels bled like a stuck pig. Dory Funk Jr.'s coming out. Yeah. And he's also the only surviving member of the Funk Brothers. I would like to see him have one more match. I know he can do it because he showed off his whip skills. I'd like to see Dory Funk Jr. fight Mick Foley. This old school classic right here. Dory Sr. Of 22 and still laces up the boots. That's right. He does. Same with Terry Funk. Terry Funk was still going. Now we lost Terry Funk as well. Watching this, it just reminds you that we've lost so many people over time. Here at the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast, we show love to old school wrestling because old school wrestling set the foundation for what we know as modern wrestling. You can't disrespect the classics. Okay? What people don't understand is that you may think that the classics died, but if you have a young wrestler who wrestles the same way an old school wrestler used to wrestle, I guarantee you'll see the fans get up off their feet and they'll be showing love because look at this. We got Harley Race coming out now. Harley Race was the man. He was the legend. He was the myth. He was the man that made you want to believe. He had one hell of a move. This is also the man that accidentally invented the DDT. No, he didn't invent the DDT. He invented the flying headbutt. It was a mistake, though, because he was trying to go for a top rope crossbody. Instead, he tripped and he planted head first into the person. That's how Diamond Headbutt got created, which then became a Dynamite Kid move. And then so on and so on and so on. Old school. It's the man that a lot of people look up to. A lot of people have based their careers off of. Harley Race is definitely someone that if you were to have a young guy wrestle his style today, I guarantee that you would see the fans eat it up because old school is still new school. The fans will still love it. I don't care what anyone says. Looking at these men standing there, they're appreciative. Oh, look at that. We got Terry Funk inside of a suit. That's right. They're awesome. Man, this kind of hurts Because we lost Terry Funk earlier. That sucks. Because Terry Funk is a legend. You gotta understand, when you got a legend like Terry Funk and Dory Funk and Hardy Race, you got people that you care, that you've grown up watching. That's alright, beating money, that's alright. Because I'm holding down the reins. Because when you're on your own, you do your thing. Because that's how it is. And you see Terry Funk. That's the man, the myth, the legend. We lost him, we lost Iron Sheik. We lost so many good ones. I tell you what. You just can't forget Terry Funk. The man had charisma. He had style. He had class. He and Onita had one of the best exploding ring death matches, which is the match that AEW tried to copy a couple years ago. Failed spectacularly because they don't know what they were doing. They tried to do what Onita and Terry Funk did in the early 90s. And it backfired because the explosion was freaking sparklers. Oh yeah, Sam Mooney. Here he is. That's what I'm talking about. Classic. It's back when we still had these guys alive too. Luthez. Don't forget, that's the man that invented the Luthez press, which Austin and so many other wrestlers use today. Also, Luthez comes from a time when you also had my relative, Bruno Sammartino, and you had all these guys from the old generation whooping their ass and taking names. Texas Deathmatch, that's right. That's back when Texas Deathmatch was different. Today's Texas Deathmatch is nothing like it. The one that you saw at AEW is nothing like the old school one. But I will give it credit. It maintained some semblance of the old Texas Deathmatch. And it tried its best to keep that aura that the original used to have. And as you can see, a classic wrist lock. If you got a guy in that hold, the fans are going to eat that up because the fans are going to be seeing you working this guy's arm. And they're not going to turn on it because they're going to see that the guy's in pain. They're going to be buying that this man's about to take you out. Sam Moonick is out there with him. Mushnick. This is back when WWF wanted to show love to the old school heroes before the Hall of Fame, because the Hall of Fame at this time, the first one inducted was Andre the Giant and Vince Sr. Then it had a moment where it came back and it disappeared for a while before coming back in 2004. Here we're seeing the legends being presented with something, but it's not a Hall of Fame award. Not at the moment. Not until later on. But this is them showing love to the old school classics. The reason why I'm watching old school wrestling is because sometimes you gotta sit back, you gotta watch the old schools, you gotta enjoy the classics, because the classics never die. I mean, today's WWE has gotten a hell of a lot better than what it was. For the longest time, we were held back from great camera work because a guy, Sonny, don't be kissing on Sam Mushnick. Come on. He don't need you doing that. Leave that man alone. That poor man. Well, now we know why he disappeared. It's thanks to you, Sonny. Don't be kissing that man's cheek no more. But anyways, WWE, for the longest time, had such bad camera work because Kevin Dunn didn't want to learn how to do camera work. He didn't want to adapt new camera angles. He didn't want to do anything that he did not know. Just like he didn't want to let beautiful women be beautiful women, he'd tell them that they were ugly. And he canceled things that were supposed to be for them. All because his idiocy thought that a woman was ugly. Well, now, joke's on him, because now that he's gone, we've had better camera angles than we've ever had before. And I'm just ashamed that it took over 25 years for us to get that. Same thing with Michael Cole. For the longest time, we had Vince McMahon inside here telling him what to say, what to do it, how to run it, how to do what he needed to do. And now, it's like a new breath of fresh air has come from him. He's awoken something that we've not seen before. And it's all thanks to Pat McAfee. Because as soon as Pat McAfee came onto the commentary team, he woke up. He came back to us. See, that's what I love about professional wrestling. If the commentary loves it, then you're going to feel it. And thanks to those two, we feel it every week on Monday Night Raw. He'll also give your flowers to Booker T and Vic Joseph on NXT. Give your flowers to SmackDown's commentary team. They all do a hell of a job of bringing you in, making you feel the love. And now they just mentioned the death of Brian Pillman Sr. He was supposed to take on Goldust. It's supposed to be at this pay-per-view. And the rules were that if Brian Pillman Sr. beat Goldust, he had Marlena to himself for 24 hours. Well, come pay-per-view time, they found Brian Pillman Sr. dead inside his hotel room. He died from an undisclosed heart condition that he did not know that he had. It was sad because Brian Pillman was one of those sleeper guys that when you saw his stuff, you felt that he was genuinely one of the best. He was just creating the character, the loose cannon. Say what you want, but the loose cannon gimmick was getting over. He was finding out what made it work, what made it tick, and what the people want to see. Never forget that he had that memorable moment where he had a gun pulled on Stone Cold Steve Austin, where he said, Austin 316 will say hello to 9mm Brian Pillman, because he just shot his ass. And out comes yet another great wrestler, Owen Hart, a guy that could get it done. Many will say that Bret Hart was the best there was, the best there is, the best there will be, but guess what? He wasn't the best wrestler in the family. Owen Hart was. It's just that Owen Hart didn't have Bret Hart's style of charisma. Owen Hart was the wrestler and Bret Hart was the showman. That's the difference. If you go back and you watch Owen Hart's old school classics before he joined WWF, this man was doing things that Bret Hart could only dream of. Bret Hart wasn't doing no jumps to the top rope and coming off of a backflip. Bret Hart wasn't doing near perfect drop kicks. Bret Hart was doing drop kicks, but they wasn't as great as Owen Hart's. And then Owen Hart come to WWF and he was Blue Blazer. Then he became Owen Hart. And he never reached the height that Bret Hart did because he couldn't talk. He wasn't a showman. But I'll be damned if you try to tell me that his promo that he cut the night when he told Bret Hart, I'll kick your leg out from your leg, wasn't great. I'll be damned if you try to tell me that his promo at the Slammies when he talked about, you may have two belts, but I got two Slammies. Woo! I'm number one. Ain't great. Because it was damn good. Things like that is what made you know that Owen Hart was someone special. Look at that. Stone Cold Steve Austin out here and he just flipped Owen Hart out. And he's still holding the Intercontinental Championship because this is before he's going to give the title up. So he has to give the title up tonight. Either Farouk or Owen Hart's going to win. It's funny because he just threw the title onto the announcer and they're like, what are you doing? And he's giving Jim Ross a look and Jim Ross just staring at him like, why'd you throw the belt at me? So now they're making Austin put the title up. He's got to give the title up tonight because Owen Hart or Farouk is going to be the new champion. And he's sitting with Sergeant Slaughter. I tell you, watching this brings back memories. Old school classic Austin. It's before you saw the Austin era take off because just maybe 4 months after this is when the Austin era truly began when he won the WWF Championship. And sadly, By mid to late 1998 is when we start seeing Owen Hart's decline, because after the Montreal Screwjob, which happened the same year of 97, you didn't really see Owen Hart do much. I mean, he had a gimmick where he was the black sheep of the family, but all he did was talk on the mic, but they didn't have him go after the big dog. They didn't have him go after HBK. They didn't have him do nothing because Austin was at the time. And look at that. Owen Hart showing great mocking because he put the shirt over the rope and said, "I just broke your neck." Hell yeah. Classic heel move. And there you see Austin above. Vince, he's talking smack. He's letting it be known. Whoever wins the title, he's coming for that ass. Look at Farouk. This is another guy that you can't count out. Farouk was a legit badass. He's the type of guy that you do not want to piss off for real. Look at that. He just pushed Owen after the lockup. Old school wrestling, it's just something better about it. I would have had my guys here, but Sean Johns dropped something on his foot. Thoughts go out to you, Sean. B-Money promised this girl some much needed love action. And me, I'm just a podcast god enjoying some old school classic wrestling from the Attitude Era. Because 1997 was the beginning of what we would call the Attitude Era. And it wouldn't kick off until 1998. Here we see a classic side headlock by Owen Hart on Farouk. Farouk, you got these. He picked him up, throws him. Just tossed Owen Hart like he was nothing. You gotta give this man Farouk credit. This man can look strong when he picks him up. And look at Austin. He just props his leg up. Austin's out here watching. This is when Austin's neck was broken and he had to give the towel up. Because the moment that happened during the SummerSlam match, it kind of derailed what they were doing. But it didn't derail it by much because 4 months later, Austin would be the WWF champion. And like Undertaker said, if HK wasn't going to do business, then we're going to make him do business. And Austin's time was then. But here's the funny thing. John Cena lasted longer as face of the company than both Austin and Rock. Let that set in. John Cena became face of the company in 2006. Well, it was actually 2005 when he first won the WWF Championship. And he would go on to be face until 2015 and then wrestle part-time. And he's still wrestling. He's still there. But his run lasted longer than Austin's and Rock's. Not to say that Austin's run wouldn't have lasted longer, but Austin suffered that injury to the neck, and it derailed everything that he was doing. He had to change his style. He had to change how he wrestled. He had to change everything about what he was doing because he could no longer do what he used to do. This man used to be able to high fly. Not no more. And now he's at the Spanish announce table going at it with Tito Santana, who's talking to him. That's another thing about Austin. Austin makes what he has going for him work. We know that he's injured here, but he's making it work by doing everything he can to interact with all the commentators while he's watching the match. And he's talking his crap. He's talking that crap with Tito Santana, another underrated wrestler. A lot of people don't give Tito his flowers, but they really should. And Owen Hart's taking that Farouk, kicking him inside corner. Oh, now he's at the French commentary table, the French Canadians. And he's talking to Jocks and also the other guy. He's talking shit, he's talking trash, and he's making it known that he don't care who's going to win the title tonight. There goes Owen, he's going for the sharpshooter. But Farouk stops it, kicks him into the corner. So he hits the post. This is back when WWF used to tape up the top of the post. Way before they had LED screens. If you're young and you're new here, Just know WWE didn't used to always have those LED posts. They used to have the regular posts and they would tape up the top of it. Ooh, nice backbreaker by Farouk. Wasn't enough to get the win though. Whoever wins this is going to be Intercontinental Champion. Like Austin said, they got a huge target on his back when he gets back. But we also know that soon he will enter the WWF title scene. So this was more or less just to keep Austin in the fans' minds. And as I'm seeing right now, Farouk picks him up. Oh! Look at that. It's the World's Strongest Slam before it was the World's Strongest Slam. Except this was a standing version. Goes up the middle rope. Jumps off. Misses the leg drop. Owen Hart's back. Owen Hart's up to his feet. Man, I wish Owen Hart could have lived to see today. He's going for the sharpshooter now. What's up, Jonathan Lang? Appreciate that, brother. Oh, he's taking it to Farouk's leg. He's trying to soften him up for the sharpshooter. Irish whip. Comes off the rope. Power slam by Farouk on the Owen Hart. 1, 2. For those that's just joining in, I'm watching Bad Blood 1997. Hell in a Cell's debut. Oh, and here comes the Anvil, Jim Neidhart. Nice spine buster by Farouk. Farouk always had a great spine buster. I don't know why we never talk about it. One of his special spine busters, pretty damn dope. Oh, puts him on. Oh, he pointed at Austin, and now he's choking Owen Hart. It's almost like he said, "This one's for you." And Anvil's on the rope. He's distracting the ref. Oh, Owen Hart moves. Farouk hit the rope. Oh, what's this? Austin just used the belt to knock Farouk out and give Owen the win. And the reason why is because Austin don't want to deal with Farouk. And he just tossed the belt into the ring too. He made sure Owen kept the belt because he's coming for Owen. That's why. You got to understand, Austin and Owen was the feud of that time. All summer long, they were wrestling. And it wasn't going to end just yet. And this is right before Austin would go after HBK. Way before he runs the Royal Rumble. Because it's October 1997. He's got 3 months now. Goes on to win the Royal Rumble. And then goes on to win the WWF Championship to a man that's retiring for 4 years. Look at Farouk. He's pissed. He's like, "Hey, damn, man. He took that belt to my head, man." You're right, but guess what, Farouk? You gotta understand. He don't want you winning the title. He wanted Owen Hart. He don't want you being the one that won. He wants Owen Hart for himself. He don't want to fight you. He wants to fight Owen because Owen's the one that put him out. Owen's the reason why he had to retire it. Where's Sean at? Well, Mom, you know, Sean dropped something heavy on his foot. And so the podcast God is the one that's doing everything by himself tonight. Because the podcast God is a beautiful man. And the podcast God does everything. Man, look at Owen Hart talking his trash. Talking it right to the camera. He's letting Austin know. He's coming for that butt. Because if Austin comes back, he says he's going to injure him again. Fun fact, though. Owen Hart felt really bad about that pile driver that injured Austin. But for whatever reason, he never called to talk to Austin and make amends and apologies. What's up, Andrew DeBrowning? Yeah! See this, Andrew? The podcast God is back, and he's doing his thing. Because SuperFly is what the honeys like to see, and the honeys like to be. Look at that. The bee. Yeah, Bret Hart was loved in Canada. But see, here's the problem. Bret Hart shouldn't have tried making it so that he wins the title at the pay-per-view. He could have lost to HBK. I don't understand his reasoning for wanting to win that night. But he did. Was good. Well, you know what I do? I'm just watching the old school 1997 Hell in a Cell. We're about to see the tag team flag match between Bret Hart, British Bulldog, and Vader and Patriot. Patriot only lasted a couple years in WWF though. Cause after '97, he wrestled for a few more months in '98, and then he slowly disappeared during the middle of '98. Look at this. Jerry Lawler trying to make excuses, trying to talk that crap. He's talking all that crap about Brett, and he's supposed to be a heel. Of course, who knows? That's right. Also, at this time, I think Brett was still champion. Here comes the Los Boricos, a.k.a. Savio Vega's team. A good friend of Undertaker, and also the man that helped Dusty Reynolds become Gold Dust. Because if y'all don't know, when he was Gold Dust, he needed someone to help him embrace the character. And Savio Vega was the man that told him, when you lock me up from behind, I want you to run your hands up my chest and do everything that you can to make me creaked out. And that's how we got Goldie the way that we loved him. But of course, that's right, dude. You know I wouldn't be mad at you, dude. You know that, bro. You know that, because you're my friend. And my friends matter. Man, look at this. We got the stupid biker Michael Likers coming out. Yeah, this team sucked. I don't know why they thought that having them be bikers or DOA was alright. Because it didn't add nothing to any of these guys. These guys came in, sure they were tall and muscular, but the gimmick held them back. And that guy has a fake ass tattoo on his head. Of course that's going to hold you back, bro. Why did you have to have a fake tattoo on your head? My God. See, that's the problem with these guys. They're trying to look hard, and none of them are actually bikers. You gotta be bikers, guys. And what's funny is that one of them is the Undertaker, Brian Lee. I'm surprised that they reused these guys, because if you could tell that's the Undertaker, then you know that was Undertaker. Just like you could tell Fake Diesel was DDS Isaac Yankem, the King's dentist. This is such a nostalgic moment because Savio Vega's here. Savio Vega was one of the best. And he got the biker Michael Likers. Thank you for that, Wrestling Bios. I do watch them religiously. They make the referee look small as hell. Ref, do your job. Split them up. Now why ain't you having Savio Vega start out? I can't even tell you who the other guys are. See, the problem is, they should have given us better than this. They didn't. And while it's going on, I'm going to talk while I share as well. Because you see, never forget, we had great wrestling back then. But we also had bad wrestling back then, too. Also, tomorrow, don't forget, the Greene County Fairs for UCW. Ultimate Championship Wrestling, Triple Crown Wrestling in Greensboro, Kentucky. It's going to be happening. You don't want to miss that either. Because I'm telling you guys, the fair tour is just getting started. It's summer long. It's going to be good. And before you know it, going to be having all the great matches going. Just sharing these to people. Yeah. See, guys, when you're with the SuperFly, you watch classic wrestling like we're watching right now. The pay-per-view ain't ain't everything to crap up about, because really the match to remember was the Hell in a Cell. But it also had its gems. Guess not this one. Because I'm telling you, they fit it for too fucking long. Why would you have the gang warfare last almost 10 11 months. And it continued on even inside early 1998. I'm so glad that they stopped the gimmicks because it sucked. Oh, nice big boot. Put the man down. Savio Vega can't catch a break. Get punched in the face with Brian Lee. You know, it's funny that Brian Lee is wearing a headband because then Undertaker went on to wear a headband too. They can't escape the clone. See, Undertaker was trying to be Brian Lee's clone this time around. On a headband. 1999. Brian Lee's here wearing a headband during this match in 1997. Under Clone. Attack of the Clone Wars. Oh! Well, that was stupid. No wonder this sucks because I just witnessed a massacre of a great move that usually goes right. And there's Crush. We see Crush there. Stupid idea to take away Crush because Crush, contrary to what people think, was over. But not here. Not as a member of DOA. On DOA, he's dead on arrival. Might as well have been their name. Into the turnbuckle. Don't want to watch this match because it's boring. I just realized it's not that great. How dare they give my eyes the worst one. There we go. DOA won. Boo. You had the most boring gimmick. Win. And look. Brian Lee no longer has his bandana. And Crush has a fake-ass tattoo on his head. How stupid could you be? A fake tattoo on your forehead. Supposed to be a hard biker. You got this fake tattoo that's clearly fake. This studio has seen a lot of things these days. For those that are just now tuning in, I'm SuperFly John Lee, the podcast god. Tonight I had to go at it myself. And that's okay. Because even Heyre's tire blew out. He won't be able to make it. So I said, I'll do a show tonight. I'll get it done. Because why? I'm SuperFly John Lee. And I do it for the fans. And as we can see, British Bulldog and Bret Hart are on the mic. And look at young Michael Cole. Michael Cole used to get a lot of shit back then. Bullied by The Rock. And Bret's wearing different glasses from the ones that he normally wears. The ones that he usually gives away. Let's see what they're saying. Never mind. They just stopped. Assholes. Look at that. A packed house for this pay-per-view. Because they all want to see the match to watch. The Hell in a Cell. And this is the night that Kane, the Big Red Machine, would make his debut. Ripping doors off hinges and taking Big Brother out the pasture. I am an Undertaker fan. Just so everyone knows. I grew up on The Undertaker. I was 2 years old when I first saw The Undertaker. I loved the gimmick from the moment that I saw it. I loved the matches that it brought. I was tore up when Paul Bearer turned on him. I loved the Mankind gimmick too, the original one. Because the original Mankind was awesome. And that's the thing. Mankind started out as a tortured soul, turned into a babyface that the fans got behind. And WCW should not have said what they said, because they said that'll put butts in those seats. Well, damn, yeah, right, they would, because Mankind was over with the crowd. WCW must have had a hate on for Mick Foley for them to say that, because Mick Foley is Mrs. Foley's baby boy, and he got the fans to cheer. He got the fans to turn the channel. And look, there was the super fan right there, Vladimir. Nice to see. And look, this is before we had Smiley Face, green shirt guy. I wonder if we'll ever get a documentary on that guy. Always in the front row where you could see him, except for the times where he can't afford it. I wish I had the money that he had, able to afford those front row seats, be out there all the time. To Doc Hendricks, the Patriot. He only lasted a year and a half, and then he disappeared. And Vader got screwed over by Shawn Michaels being all butthurt because he was stiff. Listen, Shawn, if you worked in Japan, you'd know why he was stiff. Because in Japan, they work stiff. Their strikes ain't pulls. They ain't going to be working strikes. They're going to be hard and they're going to be hitting. Big Van Vader. I heard he was a prick in real life. I don't know that for sure. But it is what it is. We lost him too. As a matter of fact, we've lost half of the people that's on this show. Michael P.S. Hayes and Doc Hendricks. Never forget, Austin cut his promo with Michael P.S. Hayes as an interviewer. Crowd cheering. That's right. The crowd loves it. The podcast God loves to watch these old school classic wrestling events because this is what I grew up on. This was the wrestling that I loved. I remember a time when WCW and WWF were going head to head Monday nights. And to watch it, you either had to flip back and forth or you had to record one of them. I was one of the ones that had to flip back and forth. And that was a hell of a time to be around because then you had Sting become the Crow. You had Undertaker take on darker parts of his character. You had the Stone Cold Steve Austin character begin his rise to the top. And you also had the harder parts with the short matches. I'm kind of mad that WCW started going downhill in late 1999. Contrary to what you people think, WCW didn't die early. They started dying in mid-1999 because that's when you start seeing the booking making no sense. The booking started going everywhere, haywire, and it wasn't fun to flip back and forth and see WCW be incoherent while WWF was making sense. Even though WWF was making shorter matches, they still had story. And right now, the Patriot and Bret Hart are taking it to them. The Patriot only lasted a year and a half, though. And this is a flag match. Flag matches tend to have different outcomes. This is before the Montreal Screwjob, which would happen a month later. Because Bret Hart didn't want to drop the title in Canada to HBK. That is going in business for yourself. Hey, can you blame Triple H for saying, if he don't want to drop the title, then we'll make him drop the title. Bret Hart's got to understand in his heart of hearts, you don't try to go in business for yourself because HBK should have won the title because HBK was going to be the one that Austin was going to take the title from. And Bret Hart didn't want to lose it to him. He wanted to lose to him on a regular Raw or lose it to Undertaker. That's not how it works, fella. You do business, or they make you do business. And that's how Earl Hebner, Vince McMahon, and Shawn Michaels and Triple H were in on it. And say what you want, it gave us the Mr. Man character, and it gave Austin the villain that he needed to propel the Austin character to the depths of strength. Right now, the Patriots choking the British Bulldog. On the ramp, He got dog on his tights. And someone just entered the studio.
What's up, man?
It's that guy. Nice guy, Andy.
Yeah, nice guy, Andy. This is so...
Watching the classic.
So this is the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast, huh?
Yes, it is.
Have I ever been here before?
You've only been on it once.
Looks kind of familiar. Looks kind of like the Nice Guy Andy podcast studio.
Well, the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast, thank you very much. It's under the Nice Guy Podcast umbrella, and I am the boss of this show.
Who's the boss of you, though?
You may be my boss.
Turn my mic off. No, mine's 4.
Oh, yours 4, yeah.
So you don't even know how to run the.
Yes, I do know how to run it.
Yeah, this kind of looks like the Nice Guy Andy podcast studio.
Listen, I told you a week ago we put it behind us, but you've been
what behind us? Your cheating ways.
I didn't cheat.
You hit me with a plunger inside that ring.
You brought the plunger in.
I was. They said that there was a toilet that was full.
No,
in the bathroom. And so I grabbed the toilet because I was like, Johnny, you need to go help these people. And you turned that around on me.
It was a match, and you grabbed that plunger and
It
ran
was
at
a match, but yeah, if the toilet's full, then you got to go fix it.
No, it does not. We had to continue the match, and you ran at me with the
But we got bigger
plunger.
problems anyway than me and you fighting.
That's right.
So, what are we going to do about this problem we have?
We're going to take care of it.
All
like
right.
always.
We'll talk about it later.
That's right.
But who made you the host of the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast?
I became the host, remember?
Who made you that?
You may have, because you're the boss.
Yeah.
But it's in my contract that I own the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast, and
You own it?
yeah,
Only probably about 30% of it.
I own 40% of it, and you own about same.
I own the same as you?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I probably own more than you. We'll have to have Sterling.
No, we're not having Sterling because Sterling is paid underneath your pocket. I understand
who pays everybody around here?
You don't pay me. I ain't seen a dime.
I know because you cheated and
I did not cheat.
got demoted to the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast.
I did not get demoted. I am the host of this show.
And you're watching Bret Hart?
I'm watching classic wrestling. This was not the match that I chose. It came on because I'm watching Bad Blood pay-per-view.
Good. I hope Leon White beats Mr. Van Bader beats up Bret Hart in your house.
I think that he does because this is what it was supposed to be.
Look at
Because
him.
Bret Hart's a crybaby. Don't you realize that this is also before Bret Hart went into business for himself?
That was a man right there that was so, he was not really, but he was a better wrestler than everybody gives him credit for, I think.
Also, he was stiff as hell, and Shawn Michaels was a crybaby because he's the reason why.
Well, he's not
Vader
stiff. He's just a big fucking guy, I'd say.
No, he was stiff because he worked the Japan style more than he did the American style. And HBK was a crybaby about it.
I left my phone up here. That's why I had to come back up here.
Yeah, I know.
You been in here farting?
No.
Been by yourself?
I've not been far.
Smells like a big fart in here.
I don't fart, buddy. I ain't Sean
You don't
John.
fart at all?
I don't fart inside the studio.
Never fart.
Not inside the studio.
SuperFly Johnny Lee, the podcast god, never farts.
Not inside the studio.
Okay.
That's Sean John.
Sean John snuck in here and farted on you?
I didn't fart inside of here. Thank you.
It smells like a big fart in here.
Well, it wasn't me.
If I was in here by myself, I'd probably be farting.
Nah, I wouldn't fart inside of here.
It's hot as fuck in here, ain't it?
Yeah. Thank God I got this fan on my legs, though.
Yeah, these fans don't help very much. I don't know what I'm going to do about the air conditioning in here. I don't own the building, so...
Leon should have beat the fuck out of Bret Hart.
I think we have to... we'll probably have to move the studio for a while.
Yeah, because it's hot up here. But Vader should have beat the hell out of Bret Hart. He probably should have beat the hell out of HBK when HBK was crying because the Godwins didn't complain. Godwins gave us.
Who's that guy? The Patriot?
Yep, that's the Patriot.
Who was the Patriot?
Some guy named Dan.
Oh.
I forget what his real name was, but it was Dan something. He wore the Patriot gimmick in WWF for a year and a half.
And then Hulk Hogan wore it?
Yep, but Hulk Hogan changed the name to Mr. America.
Oh, okay.
But you knew that was Hulk Hogan because it was same damn gimmick, just different mask.
Yeah.
It was a good gimmick though for Dan. I mean the fans loved the man. And I swear to God, if Bret won this match, it was stupid. Can you believe that Bret Hart tried to go into business for himself just a month later for Survivor Series?
I love the way that Bret Hart used. He did the pink before the pink was even popular.
Yeah.
He made it popular. He made it a popular thing, I think.
Yep, the pink and black attack.
Did anybody else use the pink?
Nope. It was all Bret and his people. When he started wearing the pink, so did his family. But then before that, he was wearing blue, which is a jarring color to see on Bret Hart.
You know, they were the Hart. Were they pink in the Hart Foundation?
Yep, they were. But before they were pink and black attack, they wore blue.
So he was like, they were tag team before he was ever even a singles wrestler, wasn't he?
Yep.
Because nobody even think. I mean, they were tag team champions like a bunch, right?
Yep. And the original Hart Foundation was just Jim Neidhart and Bret Hart.
Yeah. I
And
remember they were the champions. They were, and then but everybody knows Bret Hart is a singles guy,
Yep.
mostly, you know.
Yep.
But when I remember him in the Hart Foundation with Anvil. Like that's when I remember him the most.
Yeah, and that's also before they start having Owen Hart and British Bulldog in it.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, Owen Hart came in WWF as Blue Blazer.
So is Natalya leaving WWE?
I don't think so. I think that
Do you think Ricochet's leaving?
it don't feel like that. Hey Taylor, but it feels like they're just working this.
I feel like they're working us. I don't think that Ricochet's leaving.
And the reason why I think that
I think they've been wanting to change his gimmick for a while, but I don't think he's leaving.
he shouldn't leave because he's one of WWE's prime talents.
I don't think they would have done what they did if he was actually leaving.
Yeah, they had Samantha leave before.
But they want everybody to think he's leaving.
Exactly. I would have.
But I think he's coming back. I think they're going to change his gimmick. He's going to come back as like this crazy heel. I mean, I broke Braun Breaker's a heel, but he's going to come back as
something more.
What was he in Lucha?
Puma.
Huh?
He was Puma.
You think he's coming back as Puma?
He should, because he was doing different from what he does as Ricochet. I'm also expecting him to.
Who owns that name? You think that name probably
belongs to Underground people.
They probably don't. They probably haven't used it in a long time. It's probably the copyright on it's probably up.
Yep, King Puma.
Yeah, I think he'll come back as Puma probably.
I don't think that they would have had Samantha leave with him if he was leaving.
No, I don't think so either. I can't believe Ricochet's leaving. I know Ospreay ran his mouth and wants Ricochet to come over there, but Ricochet would be stupid. As the way of AEW is now, like, it'd be dumb for Ricochet. If Ricochet just wanted the bag and he wanted to go over there and make some money, but it'd be dumb for him to leave his girlfriend there. He's got it made there. I'm sure he's making really good money at WWE already. I don't see how much more that he's not. I just don't see that Tony Khan would give him Ospreay money. I mean, you'd have to give him Ospreay money or some kind of money to leave WWE. Wouldn't you? You can't just give him like a. I mean, it'd almost have to be double, wouldn't it, to leave WWE?
Exactly, and it would be stupid because all they would do was have a stupid high flying match where they high fly and do. Acrobatics. It would be a great match if he left and went over there and did a really good match with Ospreay and then came back. That would be cool. But I can't see that happening. Can you? It's Team John, not Team Andy. I beat him.
It's Team Andy. That's the only team there is. There's no Team John.
There's Team Johnny.
No, there's not.
Yes,
there's no Team Johnny.
There is Team Superfly.
There's Team Toilet Cleaning Johnny.
No, there's Team Superfly Johnny, thank you very much.
Who said that? Who's starting shit?
Alex Ripper said, these two guys back in business. Y'all yell it. Team A.
Oh, we're not 100% back in business together, but we're going to tolerate each other because we have another problem other than us together. We have to work to get rid of this other problem.
That's right.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
What a problem.
You know the problem that I'm talking about?
I'm starting to think about it.
He's been a problem for you for a while. Don't say no names.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to see what you mean. Yeah, the other problem. We definitely gonna have to work on that. This was when the Patriot was still going. The Patriot
So when's the next AEW pay per view? This week?
Soon.
Is it this weekend?
Yep. But no, this is Clash of Champions.
That's right. This is Clash of Champions. Okay, cool. What's going on that? Like you think Drew McIntyre's winning that money? I mean, you think he's winning the championship?
Either he's winning or CM Punk's going to cost him again.
I think CM Punk's got to cost him again, probably, because I don't think they want to take the belt off of Damian Priest yet.
Also, you got the Liv Morgan Dominic story going on too.
That's going to be cool. That's not a match or anything yet.
Nope, it's a story. Because last week on Raw, she got knocked off the apron onto Dom, and she was grinding her hips on him.
Oh wow!
That man is the new Latino Heat.
That'd probably be
it's a bedroom match.
That'd be a cool problem to have, I think.
I think that Rhea Ripley wants to join that bedroom match.
Oh, they're gonna fight over her.
Yeah.
You think Buddy Matthews coming back at some point?
Yeah, I'd like to see that because he's wasted in AEW. I mean, name one time where he's been a champion other than tag teams.
Man, I just don't know about the AEW. I like AEW. I like all the wrestlers over there, but I just think that they're, I don't know.
Exactly.
I really wish they would do a lot more things different.
Exactly.
I think they're going to take the belt off of Swerve. Like, how can they have a match with Swerve and Ospreay and not give the belt to Ospreay?
Exactly.
I mean, is somebody going to interfere and it's going to be?
Sucks.
Ospreay's one of the best wrestlers in the whole world right now.
But
as far as technical wrestlers, he's one of the best. Don't you think?
But he sucks at charisma. And yet, if they put the belt on him, that means the national title meant nothing. Put the title on him for no reason.
Yeah, why would they put that title on him?
And then shoehorn him into the AEW World Title picture. It makes no sense. Like
why would they put a bigger star? Why would they put a mid-card belt on the biggest star they're supposed to be having?
Exactly.
Ospreay's supposed to be the biggest star, and the other guy, the Japanese guy, what's his name?
Takeshita.
Like, he's supposed to be, like, they brung him over. They took a main event guy at New Japan, brung him over, and put a mid-card title on him, like, right away. Like, they didn't need that.
And Okada, he's also got a mid-card title.
He didn't need the belt. Like, these guys, Ospreay doesn't need a belt. MJF doesn't need a belt. Why does Tony Khan think that everybody needs a belt? Like,
because like Undertaker said, Undertaker put in perspective. Tony Khan is not that guy that can.
I know. I've seen that interview.
It's a good interview because he put it into perspective about Tony Khan. Tony Khan wants to be everyone's friend instead of being a boss, and because of that, he gives them all participation trophies. A.K.A. gives them all titles.
Yeah, but they're like, the belt that, like, can you tell me what belt that Katasha has?
No.
Did I say his name wrong?
Takeshita.
What's the belt that he has?
I have no idea. He shouldn't have a belt at all.
So the belt that Ospreay has is more or less an Intercontinental Championship, right?
Yep. Which
doesn't mean any shit. Is that the same belt that Orange Cassidy had?
Yeah, and they had it inside Tron, calling him the international champion. I mean, that's stupid too, because Tron is doing things like that. Like recently, he had a Tron that says, "I'm gonna punch Trent inside the face." That's stupid too. The Tron shouldn't be reacting what he's gonna do. Like it had international champion on it.
Don't make no sense to me.
It don't. And Tony Khan don't want to listen to advice you being given.
Has Takeshita, is that his name? Takeshita?
Yep.
Has he wrestled anybody?
He's wrestled a few times. Yeah.
And why is he with the Bucks? And why is Jack Perry with the Bucks? Like, Jack Perry's a standalone star by himself. He's supposed to be the GOAT. They're supposed to be pushing him to the moon right now because he should be the biggest heel in the fucking company right now.
Exactly. He should have been going after them.
Yeah. Like, Jack Perry should be going after the Young Bucks because they're vice presidents of the damn fucking thing. He should be going after them. He should be fighting the system, not like he's a scapegoat. They made him a scapegoat. They made him leave for a long time. Like they should not be. He should not be like. He should not be on their side.
Exactly. It is the dumbest decision that Tony Khan ever booked.
I don't think it's the dumbest because he's made some pretty dumb decisions.
Yeah, like squashing Wardlow when Wardlow was on a.
But the Young Bucks, why do they need? They're big enough stars by themselves. They should have, like, not bigger stars with them, not two of the biggest stars in the company with them. They should have other, like when Jericho had his little society, he had guys that were not as big a star as him,
and he didn't put them over at all.
But
I mean, look at Ricky Starks. Have you seen Ricky Starks since Adam Copeland
he's
buried
leaving?
him?
He's going to WWE. He's going to be. I'd guarantee he's going to be on NXT next.
And I truly feel like Adam Copeland buried him because he got all mad just because Ricky Starks said, bug-eyed.
You can sit there and say Edge. What the fuck why would Edge go to AEW and bury young talent?
Exactly, because that contradicts what he's
You're
been saying.
acting like The Rock. Like, fuck you, Edge.
Exactly.
Like, why would you call him out on his gimmick? Like,
getting all mad just because he got called bug-eyed, which he is.
Why would he why would you do a cheap? That's a cheap shot. You went in business for yourself.
Yep.
I don't like. As far as I'm concerned, this Adam Copeland guy is not Edge anymore. He shouldn't even be acting like Edge anymore. He's in a different company. He should be doing his own thing. He shouldn't have went by Adam Copeland. He should have just been, corner of the table or something, not the edge of the table.
They shouldn't have freaking won the TNT championship at all.
No, they shouldn't have had they should have had that belt on him. He don't need a belt. He's a fucking superstar. Why would they even buy? Like, Christian was good with the belt because Christian was making the belt relevant.
Yep.
Christian was actually doing good things for that belt. Now you put it on Edge and it doesn't mean shit.
Yep.
It meant something on Christian, and the only two belts that meant anything right now is the heavyweight championship that's on Swerve, which is awesome. Swerve is a great champion, but they're going to take the belt off of him. And you had Christian having the TNT belt.
Yep.
That was great. But these other belts don't mean shit.
And none of the young guys that Jericho has stable.
And you got Moxley. You got Moxley running around with a belt that looks like the fucking Divas Championship.
Yeah, that was stupid. The New Japan Pro Wrestling should not have changed their title to look like that.
It looks like a Divas Championship. It looks like a fucking butterfly. You got a fucking guy hanging around. He's supposed to be the hardcore motherfucker, and he's carrying around a belt that looks like a butterfly.
Exactly. And the young guys ain't really getting pushed.
I hate to fucking talk shit about them, but like...
And look at the Undisputed Kingdom. Name one thing that they've done. They done shit.
I don't... If I was Tony, I would have never hired any of those guys.
Yeah, because what? I mean, he had Wardlow get squashed.
I would have never hired Adam Cole. Adam Copeland. Adam Cole, I would never hired him, and would have ever had Adam Copeland. Like, I mean, maybe I would have brought Edge in for a while, like a fucking couple matches, but not like to come on and take the spotlight from everybody.
Exactly.
I would have brought him in to like, hey, next week Swerve's taking on Edge. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, coming in to the big match. Then like,
yeah.
Not have him on no more.
He's a hypocrite because he said they came to AEW. They put up the young guys, but name one young guy that he's let beat him. Also, not to mention they buried the young guy, Ricky Starks, just because he got called bug-eyed.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it didn't. And also, he buried Christian's reign because Christian won the title. Yeah, Christian may have went on to go after the Swerve title.
I don't think the Young Bucks are big enough stars to come out every show and talk shit.
They ain't. And you think about it, they should not have aired this CM Punk footage because it proved them right every time.
If they're the EVPs, why would you put the tag team championships on them?
Yep.
You got something for them to do. They don't have to be the tag team champions. Let them be the EVPs. Let them fucking talk shit. Let them burn people. Let them pull card. Let them pull like pull their weight around. Like they can change it and do this and pull. You know what I'm saying? They need to pull their weight. But to have the belts on them, that's stupid. They shouldn't even be out there even fighting in matches.
Exactly, because they're not as good as they think.
They're good, but everybody's seen their match. They do the same match every time.
That's why they're not good.
Everybody's seen that match.
They can't switch it up, the formula. You need to have the ability to switch on the fly. And just like that, we're at, it's time for us to say our goodbyes. If you want to go first.
Well, it's nice to be in on, the Rinky Dink Bullshit podcast. Finally got to come into the studio. It looks a lot like Nice Guy Indie Podcast studio, but I don't know how you got all the decorations the same, but it's a good copy. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Well, soon it's going to have Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast behind me, and then you won't be able to say it. Well, anyway, I want to thank the guys that have been tuning in, the guys that have been commenting.
I do want to go shoot on you, Johnny, and say that I do appreciate everything that you've done around here, and we did have our differences, but I think we need to set those aside and get back to business as usual. And for all the fans that helped support us in this little drama that we had, I really appreciate everybody's support, and we had a great time doing it. And
yeah, we did.
I think we need to get back to
business.
Business is at hand. Johnny's going to be doing the Rinky Dink Bullshit podcast. He's still going to be on the Nice Guy Indie podcast. Sean Johns is I don't know what I'm going to do with him.
Out with a broken foot.
Yeah, he probably broke his foot today at his shoot job. But I couldn't do this without you, Johnny, and you couldn't do it without me. And yeah. I'm not pulling my own ego or anything, but we are the team that does shit around here. We got a few other people, but they don't do near as much as me or you do.
Yep.
And of course they shouldn't, I guess, because everybody volunteers to do this anyway.
That's true.
So they don't love it as much as we do.
Yep. They gotta have the love that we do.
I mean, and sometimes I think you love it more than I do. You was over here sitting doing the podcast by yourself, and I had some things to do, and I was supposed to be up in Louisville supporting our podcast champion, Icon Lee. He's got another matchup at OVW tonight, guys. So if y'all go over to try to watch anything OVW, guys, they're supporting Nice Guy Indie Podcast champion Icon Lee. Icon Lee works really hard. He, you can say whatever you want to say about him, but he works really hard, and I'm so impressed with Icon Lee that he puts in the work, and you can tell that he puts in the work. He's in the gym all the time. Look at his body. I mean, he's a genetic freak.
Yep.
He's got the abs, he's got the muscles, he's got the social media following, he's putting in the time, the effort, and I feel honored to be able to work with somebody like Icon Lee, and you guys should be honored to book him on your shows because he is nothing but a professional. He might have an ego problem at times, but he's never treated me like that. He's never treated Johnny with nothing but respect here when he walks in the studio. He probably get mad at me for talking this way about him, but he's a good kid. He's a good guy. So, really, really good guy. I went to Michigan with him, and he just does nothing but impress me. Just like you, Johnny Lee, you do nothing but impress me. None of the stuff we did, that fighting stuff we did, you were awesome. You play ball all the time. You're always ready to do whatever I ask you to do, and I'm always willing to do whatever you want to do. So,
Yep.
and you got 100% creative control around here. We work together, and I do nothing but appreciate you, Johnny. And this is just if this thing gets huge and big, and because me and you work together, and we did this thing together. So
That's right.
I appreciate you, Johnny. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you too. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been tuning in to the Rinky Dink Bullshit podcast. Has been going for well over a year and a half now, because this is actually episode 19. Was supposed to have even higher, but apparently Icon Lee wanted the band so bad they went to his house, popped his tire, and didn't let him come to his studio at all. That's what even higher is supposed to. Icon Lee actually agreed to it.
Icon
He did it.
Icon popped his tire.
Yep.
Good for him.
Icon's such a snake.
Good
I
for
can't believe-
Icon.
After everything we just put him over, he has to go pop the tire.
He
Prevent
probably
me
just
from having
squeezed it
guests.
with his hand because that son of a bitch is so strong.
That's true. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. It's been a blast because when the podcast god is inside the studio, even if I ain't got a crew, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to entertain the fans, because that's all I gotta say. Now go check out our page, subscribe for 99 cents, because let me tell you, you pay more than that on a pack of gum, on a pack of cigarettes, on a carton of cigarettes, and way more than what you should.
And if you're not having fun,
You ain't getting none.
damn Skippy.
Nice guy, Andy podcast.
Yeah!
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky dink bullshit podcast.
He keeps popping off at the mouth. I'm gonna be his dad.
That ain't what your mama said.
I'm telling you now, meditate, elevate, and dominate. Do it with the Nice Guy Indie podcast.